I received a text from someone, a male name was on it. I forgot the name. This was about 3 years ago. I thought it was from one of the scammers that were pretty frequently sending me texts at that time. This one was trying to reach someone, and I don't think he gave the name, and said what highway he was on and wanted this textee to come to a YouTube conference, some big thing. I forgot the name of it. Have forgotten most of the text. I responded and said a few cryptic things to glean more information. He asked, "What are you on?" And then, "I thought you were the clean body spirit guy," something like that. I don't remember exactly what the words were. So I told him that he had texted the wrong number and he acted all aw shucks, and the exchange was done. Except I texted back something like, "That's okay, it's the most fun I've had in a while." But he seemed like an important personage, so that's why he dropped the text like a hot potato. I remember at the time the highway had some name that sounded California-ish. But I've continued to think about it and went back and forth as to whether this guy was legit or not. If he was, I think now I should have warned him about the people hacking everything I have, and that they are a hired organization, and that he could be a target too. If he's a moneyed guy, or more valuable to them gone, if you know what I mean, and that he should maybe take a harder look at this guru that he trusts or admires. And if they are connecting my phone to his, that means one of my ex loved ones is involved. Well, I just threw that in, but that's what I think. If it's connected, that's what I think, and didn't intend to let this text go through to me. I looked up the guy's name, and it was some guy that uses that was somebody famous in techie, I want to say, stuff, or maybe business enterprises. I don't know. One picture of him that I saw, he was in drag, surrounded by a couple of pretty girls, and that maybe was a joke, because he's like a dark-haired, manly-looking person. It seemed to me that one of the scammers messed up and caught it and blocked his response to my friendly parting words. That would explain his abrupt silence. Or he's a busy executive. I've racked my brain trying to remember the name, but can't. Also, while all this protection order stuff was going on, I was gone. And one of my notebooks, these kind of notebooks, and one of my notebooks that I write things to remember, this kind of stuff, and my 2023 calendar that I jot down nasty stuff these neighbors do, I noticed had disappeared a couple of days later. I wonder if I wrote the guy's name down on one of those, probably on the notebook. Or it could be that this guy is just another rich guy that loves to watch and participate in the cat and mouse game. This is something different. I've talked about the noxious fumes in my backyard and inside my house. The creep next door left yesterday in his van and stayed away all day. It was bliss, and the air was so delicious. No smells, no chemical taste. I estimate he does this leaves for hours about once a week. Some weeks, anyway, not always, not all weeks. I know what you're thinking. I am as obsessed as he is. Well, I've had to think outside the box my whole life, and now I'm putting it to good use. After he was back that night, and when I took my puppy outside, there were these holes all around my yard. The squirrels dig in the yard, but these were cylindrical holes punched throughout the yard. My dog has and I found them next to my tires on my car and the driveway too. My dog has sniffed along the foundation too, I've mentioned, but I don't think I ever mentioned the holes. So what do you guess? The noxious smell and chemical taste came back. Disclaimer: none of this can be verified at this time. These are suppositions. Maybe the squirrels are perfectionists. That could be that's an explanation. I am figuring things out for myself, and I pray it helps others with a similar need for answers.